出埃及記第9章。
Exodus chapter 9.
耶和華吩咐摩西說：你進去見法老，對他說：耶和華希伯來人的神這樣說：容我的百姓去，好侍奉我。
Then the Lord said to Moses, Go to Pharaoh and say to him, This is what the Lord, the God of the Hebrews says, Let my people go, so that they may worship me.
你若不肯容他們去，仍舊強留他們，
If you refuse to let them go and continue to hold them back,
耶和華的手加在你田間的牲畜上，就是在馬、驢、駱駝、牛群、羊群上，必有重重的瘟疫。
the hand of the Lord will bring a terrible plague on your livestock in the field, on your horses, donkeys, and camels, and on your cattle, sheep, and goats.
耶和華要分別以色列的牲畜和埃及的牲畜，凡屬以色列人的，一樣都不死。
But the Lord will make a distinction between the livestock of Israel and that of Egypt, so that no animal belonging to the Israelites will die.
耶和華就定了時候說：明天耶和華必在此地行這事。
The Lord set a time and said, Tomorrow the Lord will do this in the land.
第二天耶和華就行這事，埃及的牲畜幾乎都死了，只是以色列人的牲畜一個都沒有死。
And the next day the Lord did it. All the livestock of the Egyptians died, but not one animal belonging to the Israelites died.
法老打發人去看，誰知以色列人的牲畜連一個都沒有死。法老的心卻是固執，不容百姓去。
Pharaoh investigated and found out not even one of the animals of the Israelites had died. Yet his heart was unyielding, and he would not let the people go.
耶和華吩咐摩西亞倫說：你們取幾棒爐灰，摩西要在法老面前向天揚起來。
Then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, Take handfuls of soot from a furnace, and have Moses toss it into the air in the presence of Pharaoh.
這灰要在埃及全地變作塵土，在人身上和牲畜身上成了起泡的瘡。
It will become fine dust over the whole land of Egypt, and festering boils will break out on people and animals throughout the land.
摩西亞倫取了爐灰，站在法老面前。摩西向天揚起來，就在人身上和牲畜身上成了起泡的瘡。
So they took soot from a furnace and stood before Pharaoh. Moses tossed it into the air, and festering boils broke out on people and animals.
行法術的在摩西面前站立不住，因為在他們身上和一切埃及人身上都有這瘡。
The magicians could not stand before Moses because of the boils that were on them and on all the Egyptians.
耶和華使法老的心剛硬，不聽他們，正如耶和華對摩西所說的。
But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he would not listen to Moses and Aaron, just as the Lord had said to Moses.
耶和華對摩西說：你清早起來，站在法老面前，對他說：耶和華希伯來人的神這樣說：容我的百姓去，好侍奉我。
Then the Lord said to Moses, Get up early in the morning, confront Pharaoh, and say to him, This is what the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, says, Let my people go, so that they may worship me.
因為這一次我要叫一切的災殃臨到你和你臣僕並你百姓的身上，叫你知道在普天下沒有像我的。
Or this time I will send the full force of my plagues against you and against your officials and your people, so you may know that there is no one like me in all the earth.
我若伸手用瘟疫攻擊你和你的百姓，你早就從地上除滅了。
For by now I could have stretched out my hand and struck you and your people with a plague that would have wiped you off the earth.
其實我叫你全立，是特要向你顯我的大能，並要使我的名傳遍天下。
But I have raised you up for this very purpose, that I might show you my power, and that my name might be proclaimed in all the earth.
你還向我的百姓自高，不容他們去嗎？
You still set yourself against my people and will not let them go.
到明天約在這時候，我必叫種奶的冰雹降下。自從埃及開國以來，沒有這樣的冰雹。
Therefore, at this time tomorrow, I will send the worst hailstorm that has ever fallen on Egypt, from the day it was founded till now.
現在你要打發人把你的牲畜和你田間一切所有的催進來，凡在田間不收回家的，無論是人是牲畜，冰雹必降在他們身上，他們就必死。
Give an order now to bring your livestock and everything you have in the field to a place of shelter, because the hail will fall on every person and animal that has not been brought in and is still out in the field, and they will die.
法老的臣僕中懼怕耶和華這話的，便叫他的奴僕和牲畜跑進家來。
Those officials of Pharaoh who feared the word of the Lord hurried to bring their slaves and their livestock inside.
但那不把耶和華這話放在心上的，就將他的奴僕和牲畜留在田裏。
But those who ignored the word of the Lord left their slaves and livestock in the field.
耶和華對摩西說：你向天伸杖，使埃及遍地的人身上和牲畜身上，並田間各樣菜蔬上都有冰雹。
Then the Lord said to Moses, Stretch out your hand toward the sky so that hail will fall all over Egypt, on people and animals, and on everything growing in the fields of Egypt.
摩西向天伸杖，耶和華就打雷下雹，有火閃到地上，耶和華下雹在埃及地上。
When Moses stretched out his staff toward the sky, the Lord sent thunder and hail, and lightning flashed down to the ground. So the Lord rained hail on the land of Egypt.
那時雹與火摻雜，甚是厲害。自從埃及成國以來，遍地沒有這樣的。
Hail fell and lightning flashed back and forth. It was the worst storm in all the land of Egypt since it had become a nation.
在埃及遍地，雹擊打了田間所有的人和牲畜，並一切的菜蔬，又打壞田間一切的樹木。
Throughout Egypt, hail struck everything in the fields, both people and animals. It beat down everything growing in the fields and stripped every tree.
唯獨以色列人所住的歌珊地沒有冰雹。
The only place it did not hail was the land of Goshen, where the Israelites were.
法老打發人召摩西、亞倫來，對他們說：這一次我犯了罪了，耶和華是公義的，我和我的百姓是邪惡的。
Then Pharaoh summoned Moses and Aaron. This time I have sinned, he said to them. The Lord is in the right, and I and my people are in the wrong.
這雷轟和冰雹已經夠了，請你們求耶和華，我就容你們去，不再留住你們。
Pray to the Lord, for we have had enough thunder and hail. I will let you go. You don't have to stay any longer.
摩西對他說：我一出城，就要向耶和華舉手禱告，雷必止住，也不再有冰雹，叫你知道全地都是屬耶和華的。
Moses replied, When I have gone out of the city, I will spread out my hands in prayer to the Lord. The thunder will stop and there will be no more hail, so you may know that the earth is the Lord's.
至於你和你的臣僕，我知道你們還是不懼怕耶和華。
But I know that you and your officials still do not fear the Lord God.
那時麻和大麥被雹擊打，因為大麥已經吐穗，麻也開了花。
The flax and barley were destroyed, since the barley had headed and the flax was in bloom.
只是小麥和粗麥沒有被擊打，因為還沒有長成。
The wheat and spelt, however, were not destroyed, because they ripened later.
摩西離了法老出城，向耶和華舉手禱告，雷和雹就止住，雨也不再繞在地上了。
Then Moses left Pharaoh and went out of the city. He spread out his hands toward the Lord. The thunder and hail stopped, and the rain no longer poured down on the land.
法老見雨和雹與雷止住，就越發犯罪，他和他的臣僕都硬着心。
When Pharaoh saw that the rain and hail and thunder had stopped, he sinned again. He and his officials hardened their hearts.
法老的心剛硬，不容以色列人去，正如耶和華藉着摩西所說的。
So Pharaoh's heart was hard, and he would not let the Israelites go, just as the Lord had said through Moses.